Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to a very sunny Cornwall. So if we haven't met before, then hey, how's it going? Good to meet you. This channel is all about everything camping, food and campervan related. So if that sounds like your cup of joe, then please do whack subscribe and come and join our little adventures. Now, if you're anything like us, then even on the busiest days when you've got to pack up camp and get out quick, or perhaps you're off early to go exploring, there is one thing that will always happen before anything else, and that is putting the kettle on for one's morning cuppa. So for Johnny, that's a mug of tea. For me, that's a mug of coffee, and it's non-negotiable. However busy we are, however much of a rush, we can't function without that first cuppa. So boiling a kettle is very important to our morning routine. So why not cook two birds with one stone and fix breakfast at the same time? You make your morning cup of joe. And without further ado, here's our 3 easy breakfasts. Coming in at number 1, it's the breakfast couscous. For this one, my lovelies, you're going to need couscous, unsurprisingly, cinnamon, dried fruit, and I'm using sultanas and a mix of dried cranberries and blueberries. And I've also got some toasted coconut flakes and some honey to serve. So for one portion, measure out about 7 tablespoons, which is about 80 to 90 grams of couscous per person. Over time, you'll find your perfect amount, but I think this is a good place to start. Tip it into a bowl or perhaps a little food flask if you prefer. And then add in 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. You could swap this out with your favourite sweet spice, something like ground ginger or nutmeg. You could use mixed spice or even pumpkin spice. Any of those sweet spices will be just perfect. Then tip in your dried fruits. Give it all a good mix and then cover with your boiling water. Stir again, then wrap up in a towel or a jacket and leave for about 5 minutes. Fluff the couscous grains with your spoon and then top with toasted coconut and a good drizzle of honey. Yum. Number 2, we have a bulletproof coffee. Now this is one for all my low carbers, and if you haven't heard of a bulletproof coffee or a BPC as it's known in the low carb world, then this will 100% gross you out. You have been warned. So into your mug or travel cup, you're going to add in some coconut oil and some butter, about a tablespoon or so of fat in total. I'm extra weird with my bulletproof coffee. I also add a pinch of salt. It takes away any soapy taste to the drink. I know it sounds disgusting to put salt in your coffee. I'm aware of that, but before you judge me too harshly, just give it a go, okay? Give it a go. Then grind your beans. I imagine you can make this with instant coffee, although hands on heart, I've never tried. I am a total coffee snob, so sorry about that, but hey, you do you. Then make your coffee as you normally would, and I'm using my beloved AeroPress. I'm also going to link to all the kit that I'm using in today's video down below, so if you've got any questions about what I'm using, just pop down below into the description box and I'll leave all the links for you down there. Now at this point, you're going to have this really gross looking oil slick. Breathe deep, trust me, and hang on in there. Now the thing that's going to turn this oil slick into a delicious frothy latte type coffee is one of these little USB chargeable milk frothers. This one, cheap as chips, absolutely amazing. I use it at camping and I use it at home. It's brilliant. It's so powerful for what it is. This one comes with 3 speeds. I probably would avoid speed 3 unless you like your van wearing coffee. But for this, it's fantastic. Also makes really good hot chocolate, and obviously it froths milk if you're a latte type person. Et voila, one silky butter coffee that will keep you full for hours. Now, a quick note for anyone that doesn't know anything about low carb and just thinks that by drinking this you're going to give yourself a cholesterol problem and have a heart attack or a stroke on the spot. I'm going to pop a link down below to a very basic article on low carb. Basically, low carb or keto is where you bring your carb intake right down, and there's no carbs in this breakfast, but you have to replace it with fats. You have to have a high fat diet. There is so much research out there that it heals all kinds of very common modern day health complaints. This isn't the place for that discussion, but if you are interested and if you are concerned about your health or your family members' health, then please pop down and have a look at that article I've linked to below. We've been told for many years that fat is bad for us. There's a lot of us that are now starting to question that, so have a little read. Okay, and finally we've got our instant porridge or oatmeal, depending where you're from. Now for this one, you're obviously going to need oats. You're going to need a milk powder or a protein powder. I pinched this bag of protein powder off Johnny. Please don't tell him. And we're also going to use some fresh berries too. Now, first up, you need to grind your oats. You can do this at home in your blender or food processor, but I've recently bought this little BlendJet USB blender, which I am in love with. It comes in all different colours too, ladies, so you can get one to match your van too. They're really powerful. I'm in love with this thing. So tip your ground oats into your bowl, add in your milk or protein powder and top up with hot water. Give it a good stir and then wrap up and keep warm for just 2 minutes. Then simply top your oatmeal with your berries and devour. So there we go, beautiful people. I hope you found this video useful and it gave you some ideas to start thinking about your next camping trip. As always, all of these recipes can be adapted to suit your taste buds, your dietary situation, your budget, everything. Just always see a recipe as a starting point to create a meal that you and your family would really love. Now, please do me a favour, pop down into the comments and let everybody know what your favourite hot water only breakfast is. And if we can get some goodies, then I might just do a follow up to this video featuring your tasty ideas. That's it for today, friends. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. As always, please stay safe, keep smiling, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the road soon. Take care.